Hello, my fellow airsofters. This is ReaperRj, First Lieutenant of G.H.O.S.T team. I'd like to go over my weapon loadout and my player profile for you. I'd like to first start off that G.H.O.S.T team is a private military style milsim team. We operate in southern Maine. What we like to do is, instead of have a uniform code where you see other task force units or other special forces style units run the same loadout and rig and train off that, we like to train off of what we find useful for ourselves, and then we adhere to our own. As for a camo base, we do run similar camo, but as for the gear, we'd rather train with what we like and what works best for us, so we can overcome larger units because we're more comfortable in what we train with and what we use, rather than somebody who's just part of a task force that hasn't really trained or adapted themselves to their gear. I'm going to start off with my lower leg rig and work my way up. First off, I'm going to start off with my right leg drop leg holster. It's a Fire Dragon style. It has a large pocket for a heavy caliber pistol, more of your high kappas. I run a KWA KP45 tactical with one mag. It also has a utility pouch where I put my speed loader. I like having leg rigs. Leg rigs work better for me. I'm not going to be fumbling on my chest. That's why I also run over here my left leg 3 mag capacity drop leg. I like having that because what happens is you'll see these task force units have kangaroo pouches right up on their chest. They'll hit the prone thinking they're going to get the drop on you. They have to reload, and that's when they have to push themselves up, reach for the mag, and then load, where they expose more of their chest, and that's where you get the final shot on them. So that's why I like having the drop leg, where I can be low pro, slide my hand down my leg, pull a mag, jam it in. I haven't exposed myself anymore if I am taking fire, and I can adequately return fire in a fast and effective manner. I run a camo pack, or as I like to call it, just the fanny pack. The fanny pack on my back, and attached to that, that's actually my waist rig. I use it more as a dump pouch. It holds other mags, spare ammo, spare shells for my Thunder B, any spare goggles I need, spare radios, batteries, etc., etc. It also attaches to both of my drop legs, so it gives me a nice even balance around my waist. I've attached a double stack M4 pouch. Attached to this entire harness is an LVV setup. It goes right over my body, keeps the weight on, not only on my legs, but it disperses it over my chest, giving it a wider area. I'm not going to be too much to the right with my heavy pistol, too overloaded with my mags, not too far back with too many batteries, or too far forward with my rifle. I'm right in that nice fight stance. I've got too much to either side. I'm nice and balanced. I can run, jump, swim, whatever I need to get the job done. As I said, I run a Thunder B. As a first lieutenant, I usually am up front, so it's always nice to, if you're going into a room or a building, just toss one in. Make sure it's clear for you and your men, because the first bottleneck is the doorway. So the more that you can distract from that doorway, the better you off are. Especially base clearing. Up here in Maine, based off of knee sag and mag rules, you toss a Thunder B or another explosive device, it'll clear the base. So it's a good multi-kill if you're really under fire or you don't have the manpower to take the base by storm. I run 2 radios. One radio is on game channel, or that to the mods or the game masters and the game writers, most of the updates. That's on open. I don't have a headset for that. On my team channel, I have the Secret Service style push-to-talk earpiece. The reason I chose a Secret style was I've seen team members on G.H.O.S.T team have the big headset. They go through a doorway, didn't realize how close they were to the wall, rip it right out of their ear, which messes up their helmets or their face masks or any other goggles. It's actually led to some safety concerns. And also, when they're in the low pro in the woods, they'll get up, they'll actually rip it right out of the radio and sever the cord, and there goes about 35 bucks. So I'd rather keep it nice and tight, don't have to worry about it coming out. I actually run it underneath my Blockava. I always wear a Blockava even when it's hot out. The reason I do that is it tucks my wires up and in. Push the talks right there, I don't have to worry about it. I also tuck wet rags on the inside. It keeps my arteries cold. I don't have to worry about overheating as much based on blood rush to the head. Still run the Hydro Pack. As for a vest, I run a Fire Dragon style vest. I like the Fire Dragon because it has the high collar. Besides that, it really wasn't meant for somebody running a heavy caliber pistol and an M4 loadout, more of a smaller M9 series and an MP5 stack. But I prefer it because it gives me that lightweight protection in case I get shot by a sniper at close range or somebody's using a gun that's a little too hot. I'm not saying that anybody would, but in the event of, also stops if I land on something that it's not going to hurt as bad. I run a hit rag, food, like a candy bar. I know a lot of team members on my team have health concerns about sugars and other such, so we'll run food for each other in each other's vests. Spare tools and utilities. Hit light if I need it. It's quick pull out. I'll also run my sound grenade in there. Tucks in really nice. I'll keep the spoon on the outside, so that way when I'm reaching for it and I'm fumbling, I can just pull the spoon. That's all I need. On the back side, I have my name stenciled. I also have one mag capacity or a utility pouch on the upside, along with my radio. I usually run my radio along with my second radio to the mods in my pack because I'd rather have it on my waist wired up through my vest under my Blockava, so that way I don't have to worry about it tangling on anything like a nail or as I'm running me taking my thumb or my finger and sliding it across. My primary weapon is a custom KWA M16 rifle. I have attached an Noveski end and an AMG red dot. The reason I use a reflex optic is I'm more an assaultman and a reconist. Now, most people would say a reconist should have a type of magnification optic. My training I had with the Marines was you don't look down your optic unless it's for distance, in which I'll run just a pair of binocs. I'd rather have the reflex optics use my training. What you do is you get that dot, you sight the dot on the target, and then you forget about it. You keep that mental image of the dot over the barrel, next target, next target. The team's divided into a Marine Corps style along with other Special Forces style based on rank and operations. It's always mission first, no matter what the objective is. That's what we're going to go for. If we get diverted by command or in-game for some strange reason, we'll actually split our force into fire teams to move one to the objective and another team to move to the secondary objective. We base it off of the Marine Corps ranks moving up. We have basically 4 divides of what specialty you are instead of having the actual military MOS. We have reconnaissance, sniper, supportman, and assaultman. Reason we divide it up in that faction is we have 4 leaders that are trained in those elements. We have a former Army sniper as our sniper leader. I was trained in more of the assault. We have a police style player as one of our other officers. He leads more of the support because he's used to coming into a situation where there's already the engagement. And the reconnaissance is basically the spotter to the sniper at most points, but if need be, he trains his own team, and not team, but his own fire team, to read reconnaissance after the sniper, so that way the sniper has some support before I myself, as the assaultman, and my fire team make it to the area of operations or to the target area. Also, I'm going to backtrack. Eye protection. I love the full seal. I had a really big problem before with glasses and otherwise. I actually picked up some ESS goggles. They never fog up. I love them, but they're not as low pro as these X Powers. I picked these up. I love them. They're so smooth. They say they were fog resistant. I don't see it. Maybe you won't get fog, but you'll definitely get water condensation running down on you. So just get some anti-wipe on there and you're good to go. I like to run more of the ESS. Gives me that surefire protection. These feel a little bit flimsy, but I shot them point blank. I haven't had a problem with them. They say they're ANSI rated, so I'm going to trust the ANSI. I run 5 mags. Most of them, 4 out of 5, are all mid caps, averaging 130 rounds. 1 high cap, usually tucked away just to hold ammo for my speed loader if I'm really on the quick draw. So that way I can just dump it in, put it back, don't have to worry about opening it back. So that's my player profile, and that's a little bit about me and my weapon loadout and a little bit about the team. Any questions, feel free to ask. I'm always here. And remember, have safe, fun, responsible actions when you're playing airsoft. We have to protect our community, and no matter what team you're on, it's the community first.